There's a secret to success. Well, it's not really a secret. It's more like steps. As long as you take these steps, the universe doesn't give a damn who's taking these steps. Doesn't matter if you're white, black, sick, old, it don't matter. Young, don't matter. Fucking Mexican, don't matter. Asian, don't matter. As long as you're a human being, that's all that matters. And if you take these steps to success, then eventually you will get to your destination as long as you don't stop. As long as you don't stop. You can't stop because that's the only way you will fail. Now you might come across some what you think is defeat or temporary failure. Temporary defeat. It's only temporary. Get your ass back up and go try it again. This time more intelligent, wiser. Like I said it before, if you take all the ingredients for a dish, for a meal, and you follow the recipe step by step, the stove or the kitchen does not give a damn who's making that recipe. As long as you use the oven and the stove in the right manner, you do what's required to get that dish done, you will get that dish. If you follow these steps towards success, eventually you will get to your success. As long as you don't quit. That's the most important part. The only way you will quit, the only way you will fail is if you quit. You have to burn that part into your mind. Just keep going. Keep going and keep trying. No matter what the fuck you're faced with. No matter how many people are making fun of you. No matter how many times but you have to work on yourself. Every single day, you have to renew your mind. Every single day, you have to work on yourself. Because if you stop working on yourself for one day, you'll take another 7 days just trying to get yourself back up to that high vibration. It happens to me all the time. That's why as soon as I wake up in the morning, I immediately take control of my mind. Immediately take control of my mind. See, my mind reminds me of my son. The moment that little guy opens his eyes, he takes off. He doesn't fucking stop until the moment he takes a nap. And if I was to just let him run wild, who knows what type of shit he'd get himself into. I have to control that little guy. Same with my mind. As soon as I open up my eyes, my mind takes off. The moment I wake up in the morning, my mind just takes off. And if I don't grab it and control it and redirect it, who knows what type of shit it's going to get into. I never let my mind run wild, never. Only when I'm creating. But I don't let it think whatever the fuck it wants to think. Because if I do that, you see, the main purpose of the way your brain has evolved now is to keep you alive, right? It's fight or flight. It's to keep you alive. It's designed to point out all the dangerous things, all the things that can hurt you, all the things. Its main purpose is to keep you safe. That's so it keeps you safe. It keeps you alive. It keeps you going, right? That's what all the dangerous events that can happen outside of you. But it doesn't only protect you from the outside, it also protects you on the inside. It doesn't want you to get hurt. And that includes your paradigm. Whenever you're presented with new information that contradicts what you already have established and what you already believe, if it contradicts that, your brain goes into fight or flight mode. That's that mechanism trying to keep you safe. Because if it goes against what you already believe, that means that your current belief system is at stake and it's now going to get wobbly. And that causes you to fight back, literally. That's called cognitive dissonance. And with cognitive dissonance, it makes you fight back. It makes you feel like your life is being threatened. And that's when you get presented with information that contradicts what you already believe. And if you're not open-minded enough, you see, the true sign of an intelligent person is somebody who can be presented with new information that contradicts their beliefs, and they change their minds. That's intelligence right there, man. You know, ignorance is rejecting something you know nothing about. Two completely different, different scenarios. And that's why you have to work on yourself, man. You have to work on yourself every single fucking day. You have to become, you have to make it a lifestyle, not a practice, not a choice that you have to make every day to go after this dream. It becomes a lifestyle, man. And that's the point that you need to get to. Once it becomes a lifestyle to go after your success, to go after your dreams and your goals, once it becomes a part of your everyday activity, it gets beautiful after that, man. But you have to work on yourself, man. You have to work on yourself. You have to train your mind to think better thoughts. You have to train yourself to think positive, to think bigger, to think creative. You have to train yourself. You're not just gonna do it automatically, and it's not gonna change right away. It's not. You have to become the standard that others are measured by. Man. Become the standard that others are measured by. Make sure that people want to work with you because you model honesty, determination, and hard work. Because you model integrity. Nobody wants to work with somebody who's fucking lazy, who doesn't show up to work on time, who doesn't keep his word. If you put your word out there and you don't honor it, it makes a statement about you. It tells people who you really are. So don't throw your word out there lightly. And if you say something, make sure that you fucking do it. Make sure that you follow through. Don't be fucking... There's no better feeling than people who look up to you, man. People who come to you for advice because they don't know what to do. Hey, it's a beautiful feeling when people come to you for advice. And I'm not saying that in an inflated ego type of way. I'm saying it, you get to a point where your consciousness gets so high that your consciousness becomes a beacon for others to see you and for others to follow you and for others to find that standard to be measured by. You become a beacon. You start shooting that light out so bright, you start attracting others to you, just like you. See, it's about being a leader. It's not about being the boss. There's a difference between a boss and a leader. And if you don't know the difference, you need to go find out. See, my father was a leader. He was a boss, but he didn't have the characteristics of a boss. He had the characteristics of a leader. A leader is somebody who's going to show you the way. He's not going to just expect you to do it and be pissed off at you when you don't. They show you the way. They have compassion. They're aware, man. They're all they want is to help you get to the next level. That's it. They don't ever want to stay above you. Never.
Percent of the population earn about 95 or 96% of all the money that's being earned. And it's a subject that is not taught in school. And when someone comes along and tells you all you have to do is make a decision, we have a difficult time buying into it because we probably worked fairly hard attempting to earn money. He said, there's a secret. You can give anything you want if you find the secret. Well, that was sort of like trying to sell me on the tooth fairy. And of course, I was 26. I thought I was pretty cool. I thought I was wide awake, you know. And actually, I was in a deep hypnotic trance. And I was ready to reject it. But Ray said to me, he said, listen, he said, you're not very happy. He said, you're not the healthiest guy in town. You're always broke. Now, he said, I found out something about money, and he pulled out a big wad of money. He always carried a lot of money, and I was always fascinated with that because I never had any. But at any rate, he said, this stuff can't talk, but it can